Hell yeah, we got Ben tonight and Shelly.
I got Ben. I just messaged. I was just going through like people, and I was like, oh, let's get Ben on.
Join us.
Let's see if I can get my son to contribute.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
He's passed the F out.
Let's
So
see.
let me put him down. I'll be right back.
Let's see. I'm working on getting it up because it's not going on Rumble.
I've heard you've had that problem.
Yeah. Getting it up. That's true. I've had trouble getting it up.
Also, we need your tits in the background. If you don't mind putting it with that back.
I'll get it up in a sec. I like to change it as we go, you know. Let's see. Are we live now? Are we doing it? Is it going? Come on, Rumble.
I don't know where we can't do it until you get it up. So this is a challenge.
I'm working on getting it up.
There's
oh my god! Okay, so we're on YouTube, so that's a thing. That's happening.
Does anyone watch this on YouTube?
No, Zach. We've only done a couple of these.
Hold on. If we go on YouTube, we're gonna get canceled. Why would you do that?
We'll see.
It's true.
I don't know if we'll get canceled. I'll get canceled.
You're uncancelable.
I am. Zach and Shelly and Ben are
imminently cancelable.
But yeah, you're going to be canceled, and I'm Jordanian, so they're going to be like, "Fuck that guy." Put him on the.
They don't know.
Right.
They don't know. Okay, I'm going to go find the stream on YouTube, and then I'm going to tweet it out. Oh, look at it. Anole Sex Buttcoins. It's right there at the top.
After we go on YouTube, am I going to be famous like you, Jinza?
You'll be famous exactly like me, which is not at all. You'll be world renowned amongst a small group of people. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Maybe we can get some people to actually chat though. Like the problem with the problem that we've had trying Rumble is we get like very few people joining. And then when they do, like we have like one guy commenting because you have to log in to Rumble. So I set it on YouTube so you don't have to do that. So now people can join and they don't have to do that. And maybe we'll get some like comments. I don't really know.
Can we just go back to the talking shit about people and pretend like they're not listening?
Yeah. We can. Oh, we have 2 watching. Look at that. One of them's me though. So I guess it's
So can we wait till there's like 10 people before we talk shit about people that are?
Well, you'll have to tweet it out too. Yeah, we can do that. Give me a sec. So were people talking freedom maximalism today? Was that like a thing, like a major subject?
Dude, it was in everywhere. It's turning up everywhere now. It's becoming like the meme. Yeah, I'm a freedom maximalist.
That's super.
I'm like,
stupid.
no, you're not. No, you're not. I don't know where your freedom maximalism ends yet because I haven't talked to you long enough. But if I talk to you for 15 minutes, you're going to show me that you're actually not.
I'm going to show.
Rest assured, your freedom maximalism ends somewhere that's embarrassing for you.
I'm going to show your child my penis, and let's see if you're a freedom maximalist. You're about 6 inches into freedom.
And we're counseling.
That's it on YouTube. They pulled the plugs.
Nice to see you, YouTube. It's very fun.
Didn't Brad?
For those listening, we're also on Rumble.
Which is funny because Brad didn't even make it on because he was too busy putting his pants on while taking his dog out for a walk.
You know, someone should tell Brad that you don't generally have to wear pants on YouTube. It's actually not a requirement.
It's frowned upon even.
Look at Shelly there. She's like looking at herself. She's like using it as a mirror.
Like, in fact, if you're wearing tidy whities, it's kind of embarrassing. You just got to go full regalia, baby.
I'm wearing blacky tackies. I'm wearing a jacket, a t-shirt, and underwear.
But then really intense socks, I assume.
Let's see.
Knee highs.
But they're pretty intense, I guess.
Yeah.
They're not that intense.
What's
One of the
intense
few-
is you trying to get your leg over the desk.
I've been many times. I've been very flexible for a large portion of my life, but now I'm larger more than flexible. But I'm fixing it.
But you ran a
I
mile.
ran a mile and a half today.
Oh, did
Wow.
you?
Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, John, you're right.
You've run
Once the
further
endorphins goes, well, it's not really running. You ever see penguins?
Have I ever seen it?
I just spit out the water.
And when John, I'll have you know, I did a mile and a half in about 45 minutes, so I'm making good time. Is what's happening.
Yeah.
Dude, you can crawl a mile and a half in 45 minutes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
Ran.
I rolled it.
Did you skip and dance? Like
No,
twirl
it-
around
You
the
just
place?
like tumbled over a couple of times. Yeah.
What it is, John, is there's a hill. It's a mile
was
and a half
downhill.
hill
Yeah. So
outside my house, and what I did is I had my wife park at the bottom, and I just rolled down.
This is
But
hilarious.
but I was really tired at the end.
It's like gravity. You're not working hard enough.
John, you got to do what you can do.
Hey,
I
but
figure at
I can
the
tell.
very least, I feel like if I play my cards right, you know those the Wagyu beef.
Sure.
You know how they make
You
that.
think
like,
you think you're gonna marble yourself?
that's what I'm thinking. Is like
That's
the way
the
that they
goal? Yeah.
marble those cows with the massages.
Yeah.
Maybe I can like marble myself so it'll be tasty for like cannibals or something like that.
Yeah. You plan like a whole cannibal hibachi for your.
Cannibal
Are you
hibachi.
turning
Could you
blue
like,
and all of a sudden? Oh, we gotta get crypto on here.
yeah, get them. Could you imagine going to like Benihana's in
Right.
like tribal Africa? It's like, okay, next is the human meat.
They're bringing out with
beef
it's like
steak.
with the Wagyu cows. They bring out the family tree. I feel like they'd have to like pull up your Instagram account, be the whole thing. This is Jun Sith. We're eating him tonight.
Here's a picture.
his
Comes from a
provenance.
good line. Yeah.
He's everything.
We've prayed for him. His spirit is good.
Who's the
We
shaman
eat the-
in this?
we-
Who's the shaman in this group?
The Benihana
It's clearly,
cook. The
it's
Benihana
clearly
cook.
Jack Cruz. Yeah.
Oh my
Jack
God.
Cruz.
Dude, the funny thing about Jack is everybody's taking shots at Jack these days, man.
We
Like,
eat-
there's like,
How
we
could you
don't-
not?
We don't waste any of the John Seth. We eat the whole John Seth.
I think half of his membership is people trying to take shots at him. Yeah.
That would be great. Brad, welcome. You have
Web
pants
3
on?
Brad.
Hello, I'm professional.
Brad, no pants allowed on this stream.
Don't worry, I can't afford pants.
First name K says hi. See, we don't do super chats here. Generally, like in these bigger channels, you got to pay to like talk to us. But we have so few watchers that we just
We pay you.
read everything. Literally. So, hi to first name K. Hi. Where'd John go? John just left us. He was the funniest one on the stream.
So did Zach.
Oh,
I
holy
think they
shit.
went in
Okay,
a private
John's
room.
back. John's
Yeah,
back. I don't think they have that
I don't
here.
have-
Brad has this effect on streams. People just
Yeah, Brad, you just like you collapse streams. Brad,
Yeah,
you're
I'm the beta test.
I always forget how
he
I
made
always
this thing
forget
Solana.
I always forget how much like how much of an adult you look like.
Who, me?
Yeah, you know, like when you're a kid, you look at people like that dude looks like an adult, and then you get older and you're like, I still look like a child. I like when do I start looking like an adult? You
I
look
wonder if
like
Brad looked
an
like a little
adult.
man when he was like 12, but looked like
That's
like
probably
Burt Reynolds.
exactly what he looks like.
Yeah, I look like a
12-year-old. Your 12-year-old looks 45.
I look like a magician as a child.
Do you guys think I can knock this whole bowl out? in, like,
Oh, that's no
10?
problem, John. That's barely
sure.
That's barely a watermelon. That's a
You're
quarter
It's
of a
half a
watermelon.
watermelon. It's a
Is
half
that
a
in your
watermelon.
macros, John?
No, this is well beyond my macro.
Where is Zach? Zach keeps disappearing. He sucks at this.
he's on
What's
Web
What's up,
3.
Shelly?
He's connected through Web 3.
What's going on?
Hold on a
Long time no
second. We
see.
can't talk until Zach gets back on. We need attorney-client privilege.
Mr. Ben?
Dick Butt Carson on Rumble is reporting in. He says John Seth running a full tuxedo seems right. I think you mean wearing. You're probably on your phone. And I am not wearing a tuxedo. I'm wearing a hoodie. A hoodie. I just celebrating my good friend Trayvon Martin tonight.
You're ridiculous. Hey, Zach, with you on the line, do we have attorney-client privilege, even though this is being streamed to the world?
I don't think Zach's actually here. I think like his internet connection is making it so we can't have attorney-client privilege.
Oh, Zach, you're in Austin hanging out with Fish?
I wouldn't call it hanging.
That's an interesting take.
You sure?
So Brad, I heard that you had some interesting things going on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, let's look at the calendar here. Hold on.
I mean, you should chill your podcast. We have at least
7 people watching.
10 on
over
Rumble. 10 on Rumble and 6 on. So we have 16 people watching, Brad. So you might be able to get maybe one or two of them interested in your thing
Wow.
tomorrow.
That would
Go
be
back
like
on
a 10%
Clubhouse.
increase of my listenership.
Uh-huh. What's that? What's that, John?
I'm saying go on Clubhouse and
Yeah.
put the Rumble link in the nest.
The Rumble. Why the Rumble one, not the YouTube?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Or with the YouTube, whatever. Because, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll do
I've got.
whatever. I just don't know. Like Clubhouse.
I've got a podcast tomorrow with Joseph Wang, the author of Central Banking 101, to talk about.
Wang.
What time is that, Brad?
It's
Or is it not
9
live?
a.m. 9 a.m. It's probably live. I usually stream it live and then get someone to edit it for me after the fact, and then release it 2 months later because I'm kind of slow with that stuff.
John, I'm not a admin there. So do you want to do it? I'll send you the link.
I'll make you an admin, my bad.
Oh, that would be
Yeah, you are.
easier.
You're a mod. What are you talking about?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Which microphone suits my Blockbuster shirt better?
Oh, you have 2 microphones.
I'm a professional adult. Yes.
You sound great all the time, Brad.
Zach's back. Zach, is
There
your
we go.
internet? Did you hear John's
My,
question, Zach? It's
Pass
important.
this
I did
over to
not.
Zach.
My phone Wi-Fi rugged, so I moved to my computer.
I can't.
Well, what's the question?
You got rug pulled by your phone.
I
Wi-Fi.
did. Yeah.
Oh, John posted already. Oh no, he didn't.
You know what? I
So
posted
John
at
wants
the
to know
top.
if while you're here we have attorney-client privilege.
Right in front of our whole YouTube audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be a little bit of a tough case to make, but
You think so?
Well,
I
work
thought you were a
harder.
good lawyer.
yeah.
What is the point of having a lawyer on the stream if we don't get attorney-client privilege?
It's to stop you from saying the stuff that you need attorney-client privilege for.
Yeah, but Zach, I'm going to say it anyway. Oh man, Ben's a Peter McCormick acolyte. If you don't know him, he's Peter McCormick's boss.
Yeah. I
And
call
I'm a
the shots.
fan.
So I think Ben made the Peter McCormick team the way I kind of made the basketball team. Like they needed someone to raise the GPA. And,
Ben runs
like-
Ben runs a website. What the fuck happened in 1931 or something?
oh, by the way,
like that.
Chamath quoted your website.
Yeah.
But failed.
Did you? I didn't even listen to it yet.
Well, I just heard about it. I haven't listened to it. Dude,
Yeah,
it's been hard.
it would
for me to
require
listen
listening to
all
Jamal.
lately. Well, the thing is, like, I heard the Solana thing, and it's like the time where they like were just laughing about how they were about to dump on everyone's head,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's hard for me to look at those humans anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a
Yeah,
great
those
look.
guys are a little annoying.
There's
I mean,
a
they
time
just-
stamp
it's
for it, though,
basically-
so it's like 10 minutes into the episode. I'm just gonna watch that one part and get out of here.
Oh, that's actually thanks for letting me know because I didn't know
The
when it was.
timestamps.
What's
They
the,
just need to not.
Ben? What's
they
the
need to not
website
talk
again?
about crypto.
Who's that,
WTF
Jamal?
happened in 1971, Johnson.
How
Yeah,
is that
the-
domain
the,
available so late in the game? You know.
Bro, we just snagged it.
That's yeah. It's becoming a popular little website. Brad, put the lights on. We can't even see your face. Oh God.
I'm experimenting.
Yeah.
I kind of like
bad
your
experiment.
little rave, 1998 rave looking
Yeah,
background.
Brad, you can do that, but you gotta get like a ring light right in front of your face or something.
You got to
like that.
do that,
Oh,
but you
okay,
got to
hold
be
on.
on Molly. That's what I think the kids tell me.
Yeah. And more strobe action.
How's that? Ring light.
Yeah. Where's the where are your little candles that you do the little thing with or whatever? Like that the kids do at the raves. Yeah, Ben's got it. They all got little light fixtures on their fingers or whatever, and they're like doing these like weird dances, man.
Ben, have you seen this? You were involved in the making of this Pepe.
This
This is in part Ben's Pepe.
I
That's
take
pretty
full
awesome.
responsibility.
Well, welcome to the land of NFTs. You just have to do it with irony, and you get off the hook.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Brad,
now that I
you should
think
get
about it,
this,
it's pretty much the only thing I learned when you jinx that.
That's
You
the
guys
only.
do
That's
it
the only
irony.
thing you should learn.
I
Everything with
learned that-
irony.
Sorry, I learned one other thing from you. Everyone's stupid. I'm stupid. Then you're stupid, and everyone else is stupid again. I know I
Everybody's
fucked it up,
stupid.
but you got-
That's right.
It's good enough. The
But-
first two rules are the most
but
important.
mostly everyone is stupid. Yeah.
Everybody's stupid.
Yep.
Math is for stupid people.
That's not one of the rules, Brad.
Oh, sorry, I'm stupid.
Greg Foss is about to curse you the fuck out, man. He's about to call you and be like, hey, Brad, fiat currencies are fucking poison. Brad,
Is that
You're
that
a
Greg's new
fucking-
accent?
you are, I don't know. This is probably a
The
terrible.
fiat
Oh,
currency.
pretty good.
But Brad, you are a fucking moron. You are buying bonds? Do you understand that these things? That's what you're doing.
Dick says the whole running in a tuxedo joke had to do with me running like a penguin. So, Dick, I credit you. That's a good joke. Good joke. I'm laughing. I'm laughing on the
Really
Tie
is.
it
inside.
together.
Honestly,
it's
I
a good joke.
Just,
And
it's
you
a
have
good
to be
joke.
Like, these guys. That's what
Just
you have
took a
to do
while.
a minute ago.
I have to
I get it
explain
now.
to them.
I get it. Now that you've mansplained it to me.
Because we're all dumb dumb.
Shelly,
You know, this
in a
could-
hotel room?
Yeah. I'm in Alabama.
Where's the hooker?
Do I look like I need to pay for sex?
I don't know. Speaking of hookers, I'm trying to get Tone Vase on.
Speaking of freedom maximalists, he ran a room today saying freedom maximalist. Yeah.
So
Really?
well, I'll suplex him on that. So what is this freedom the freedom maximalism thing?
It's an excuse to show up on January 6th and not get arrested.
Oh, you get arrested. You get arrested.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're going to commit a crime as a conservative, don't do it in DC.
I was gonna say, John. I think it's actually the opposite. Like calling yourself a freedom maximalist almost guarantees you're gonna get arrested for some stupid shit. Like you are just not gonna be free. Your ass is gonna be in jail.
Yeah.
That's what's
Dear conservatives, we're going to show up in DC and do some shenanigans. Please show up. Like, what do you think is going to happen in a state where your peers that will be on the jury are 90% Democrats? 94%, I think, is the number.
like DC juries, yeah, they have their own dynamics. It's very good to be someone on judge charges in
It's
DC.
super
Very
super
bad to be a
different.
dude who stormed the Capitol. Yeah.
Like you're voir diring them. You're like, hey, so what's your job? And they're like, oh, I'm the vice president of the United States. And they're like, I got no problem with that. We'll let him on the jury. It's very different. Whereas, like in other places, like Sir, Mr. Junseth,
I'm the head of the ALCU.
did you graduate from college? You're like, yes. Strike for cause.
Right. It's a bleak situation.
He knows
They
something.
really ought to be storming shit in New Hampshire. They'll have the more.
That's what I'm
friendly jury
saying.
up
Yeah,
there.
go to Keene.
Storm Bretton Woods. You know?
Go to Keene. Don't storm Bretton Woods. That's Connecticut.
Yeah,
Right?
by the way,
No,
leave
Brentwood's New
Bretton
Hampshire,
Woods
Brett.
alone.
Is
We're
that New
having-
No, I
Hampshire?
think
Whatever.
it's in New Hampshire. It's right
Don't
next
go to
Mount Washington.
Bretton Woods. They have don't
Yeah.
do that. That's bad. You know, they got
That's it.
security.
I made the site WTF happened in 1971. I think I know a thing or two about Bretton Woods.
I've been there.
I vacation in Jekyll
I love when
Island.
Ben has to remind us
Ben.
that he's really smart.
No, you don't. You
Yeah,
really
you know.
No,
Yeah, I
trust
gotta-
me, right?
Like, you think I had to fuck this one up? We're pretending like there's an
Exactly.
argument.
Did you go to the Drew Hinklejew convention at Bretton Woods? Is that what you went to there?
No, I was just there hiking Mount Washington.
I see. Ben, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah,
Something
yeah. No,
about
Shelly.
Jekyll Island.
I go to Jekyll Island for vacation because it's excellent.
Yeah.
Drew is one of my esteemed colleagues though. In the,
You know, Drew.
the crypto bar.
Drew is my greatest progeny.
Is that a word like
Drew
Brad makes
Hinks?
up, or is that a word it's on its own? Like, because like Brad makes up words, but they ironically make a lot of sense.
Well, progeny would be like one's child, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so versus prodigy, which is like, you know, you
I
treat
would
them
say
like a child, but they're
I
not
would
your
have
Yeah.
child.
said crotchety.
You could have. That would not
He's
have been a
He's my
word.
crotchety.
Well,
That
let
would
me
have
give
been
you an
similar.
example.
That would have actually basically implied the same thing, I guess.
Brad, give him the word we talked about last week that like you kind of said by accident, but was great.
What was it? I say a
It
lot
was
of words.
tragedy.
Tragedy.
Oh, that was American
Tragedy,
Hodls. I
yeah.
was pretending to steal that, but that was
Oh.
actually American Hodls word, tragedy.
I
gotta
I
tell- I
did
mean,
have
like-
one.
Yeah, so
What was yours?
Brad, if you want to sound
forget.
smart, if you want to, I forget. If you want to sound smart, just say that you made a. Just say to them, like, look, I'm just making portmanteaus over here.
Poor man's toes. Is it all the
Similar.
Web3 investors?
Yeah, that's close enough. If you say poor man toes, they'll be able to Google it and they'll forget what you just said.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Crypto
just
Graffiti, I know you're watching this. Join us, and you can keep your camera off and still be
That's
in
true.
So just do that.
making a charcuterie board of poor man's toes. Right
Oh,
culture.
Jimmy's on. Trentino says, John N word. Let me get a watermelon. LOL. Oh, I think that's very offensive. Maybe.
Tina said that.
Hold on, let me feed you some watermelon. Let me try to the camera. Let me do what I do with my kids. Ooh.
Oh, you eat it? That's abuse.
Well, yeah. What the fuck? Make these kids earn
You
that shit,
pretend like you're going to give it to them and you consume the food.
dude. My wife is the one that actually feeds them. I'm the fat.
It's a new school. of
Trentino
childhood.
is Toshi. Yeah, but Toshi, see, we're reading all the chats, so you got to be careful because I'm like Ron Burgundy over here.
If you put it in front of them.
or Joe Biden.
If you say it, if you write it, I say it. Or Joe
Well, the
Biden.
thing about that, Brad, is Joe Biden has to stay awake long enough to read the whole fucking transcript.
Brett, I have to tell you, Brett, I am troubled by your involvement and desire to critique American politics as a Canuck.
Oh, did you guys discover my secret?
Yeah, we know where you're from.
But I'm wearing the American Blockbuster shirt. I thought
All
I
right.
could.
Sam Parker says,
Sneak.
I am very gay. Congrats, Sam. Good for you.
Happy Pride Month, Sam.
Are you
I'd
a
say that-
bottom or a top? Trentino says he has a very girthy
or a
penis.
middle.
This
He
is
could
very.
be
This is
just only in sandwich situations.
yeah. Oh, that could be true. Oh, interesting. So, on the back you're doing the Sodom, and on the front you're doing the Gomorrah.
Exactly.
It was very uninclusive of you for not asking that specific question too, John said.
I think he doesn't actually know.
Jim said
yet.
it's the fire and
Could
the
be.
brimstone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fire and the brimstone. I like that.
Well, the reason why he doesn't know is he actually just turned gay tonight after watching you guys. He hasn't seen your faces yet.
Oh, is that what's going on? Is Sam not?
It's all
Sam
this
says he was
hotness.
promised Ron Burgundy. Are you, Sam? I've been reading them. Are you sad that I didn't read Trentino's? I have a very girthy penis. Lol. That's not funny.
Joseph, I thought you
It's just fact.
shaved recently.
I did.
What happened?
It's just, dude.
He's like Homer Simpson. Just,
No, it's not that. It was.
Is
so
it
I was
like
at
you
a-
just when you start
you can
singing
go-
opera in the shower? It just
No. You can go to
puffs
my
out?
Twitter. You can go to my Twitter and you can see. I went to Home Depot, and there was this raccoon that was eating fertilizer, and I was like, "Fuck." You know what? If he can eat it, I can eat it. So I took a bite, and then I woke up, and this is how I looked. It's a little miracle grow right on the face.
You've turned into a
I
chia
did
pet.
shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shave again. I don't want to get it. I don't want to let it get it. I don't want it to get like this again. That was too much. I wanted to do that once in my life.
It was good. I liked it.
It was good. It was a good look. I did look the type of homeless that I wanted to look. And I think McCormick gave me an opportunity to flaunt it, so I was very happy about that. But now it's time to look sexy again. You know, for the lady.
You don't want to make people
Yeah.
jealous.
I do want to make people jealous. That's my main goal in life. Yeah.
Oh, not men though.
Oh no, I'll make men jealous. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's a freedom maximalist, you know.
I'm a freedom maximalist. I believe in tops and bottoms
And sandwiches.
and
I
sandwiches.
would just like a really smart person to explain to me the
I'm out.
maximizing of freedom.
Trentino wants to know what you're eating, Shelly. So you better share with him, or he's going to get very sad and leave.
It's a phallic
I
object.
wanna-
Are you sure?
What is it? That doesn't tell us.
Celery?
It's a big. That looks like a green thing. It's a
Celery.
green. It's a green dildo, Trentino.
You wanted
But
somebody
like
with
a
a
thin
high
one.
IQ. You got Brad.
We finally got green dildos.
He's the green dildo.
We need
I'm right high IQ. I'm from Star Trek.
What the fuck
Are you in
is
Web
that?
3 now? Is that
I
So
sense
back
a
to-
disturbance in the Force.
Back to freedom maximalism.
Yeah, John, I think I can explain it. It's a group of people that want the freedom to be able to show up at their own criminal trial and yell at the judge that he doesn't have any right to tell them what to do. That's the freedom these guys are maximizing.
Dude, the thing is, like, this is catching on. Like everything in Bitcoin Twitter just like has this like weird mimetic like virality, and just like everyone just adopts it. It's like
I have a strong aversion to bad memes. I think that bad memes, no matter how bad they are very dangerous. Is that a dick, Shelly? Oh, it's your face. Bad memes are.
John Seth, that was inappropriate.
I literally thought it was her dick.
I sensed a
'Cause I'm a
disturbance in
dickhead.
the Force.
Look at Brad. But
Fred's mixing up his movies.
offensive it is. Bad memes are like fucking viruses. No matter how like minor the incorrectness is, it can just turn into just something real problematic. You know.
Well,
So-
especially if it infects the wrong person, then you're
Yeah. That's why I fucking hate them. Like how is
hold on, they're all the wrong people, Zach. They're all fucking smooth.
Yeah.
Like, they're not
But
willing
some
to
of them
think for
are
themselves.
some of them are especially the wrong people.
That's
Who?
fair. There are wronger people.
well
Yeah, there
the,
sure are,
the
yeah.
problem with bad memes is they always end up in the wrong hand the people the hands of the wrong people.
It's
Well, you
Black-
know, the first
Black
time.
people.
Oh my! Just drop that one in the consciousness.
And good night, YouTube.
I was gonna say it's hard to take Brad seriously with the goggles on, but
Kix is asking if it's true that I sell hot dogs
the
for a
problem
living.
with the freedom maximalism thing, on
Yes,
Joseph, and
it's
of course
true.
you can tell I'm obsessing with this. Is the problem with the freedom maximalist thing is that the apparent the opposite, like the opposing side, isn't someone who loves freedom. It's clearly you're just the status cuck.
Yeah, that's true. But you're right to point out, John, like the freedom ends pretty quick. Like, you know, you're a freedom maximalist, but like that ain't true.
Well, it's like listening to everything Joe Biden or like Bernie Sanders or whatever say. They're just like, yeah, I want to feed poor people. Okay, that's great. Well, how do you want to do that? Well, I want your family to also be poor. It's like, well, I don't like that idea. That's a terrible idea. And it's just like these freedom maximalists try to send the same way. They're just like, well, I'm a freedom maximalist. First of all, everything maximalist, like this idea, like since fucking we got tagged with Bitcoin maximalist, like everyone wants to put a maximalist. You're an S&P 500 maximalist,
Yeah.
really? That's what you
Blockchains are for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin maximalists are the only kind of maximalists that matter. So everyone else can get fucked.
The other thing about
Hey,
freedom
by the way,
maximalism-
the irony of the freedom maximalists is they weren't like okay with my takes today. They were like, "You do not have the freedom to say this shit."
Well, that's what I was going to say. The thing about the freedom maximalists, they have all these like right-wing exceptions. So freedom maximalism, except we'd like to use the coercive power of the state to put seed oil executives in jail, or to women shouldn't have rights, or all of these things. That,
Well, it's just like
align with a
that
particular-
sounds.
yeah.
They would do very well with like BLM. They would just like get
Yeah.
along real well. We hate police until MAGA supporters show up. Then we want them to
Right.
like go to jail. It's very funny.
Well, is this freedom maximalist thing like the only thing I knew about freedom maximalist, the term was when Breedlove got reamed out for his BitClout tweet, and then all the yellow belt maxis got after him like real hard, and he decided to take a stance against toxic maximalism and chose to use the word freedom maximalist and just stay a Bitcoiner, but disassociate with the word freedom Bitcoin maximalism. and just go to the freedom maximalist thing. Is it catching on now? Or people actually? I've used that word once or twice before, but I didn't found it fit. I didn't like it because I was a status cuck in support of lockdowns for COVID. So I was like, I'm not really a freedom maximalist. I support some sort of suspension of freedom at some points. So I'm not really free, but I am a Bitcoin maximalist, except for sometimes.
That bit you in the ass, didn't it, Brad?
Yeah. Now I can't travel.
I'm a Justin Trudeau maximalist.
I didn't realize.
I love him.
Justin Trudeau,
my favorite.
Not as much as Ivanka does, or not.
Well,
Ivanka.
actually, not as much as his father. Castro.
He does blackface almost as much as you, John says.
Dude, I thought the Castro thing was such bullshit. But the more you look into it,
that's another thing.
He looks just like Castro.
Conspiracy theorist.
He looks just
like
Castro, bro.
He does, but wait, that's something else that I found was so crazy watching that movie last night, Trading Places. They did a whole blackface scene where Dan Aykroyd got.
I forgot about that.
Brad,
I was like, what the heck?
Brad,
This is crazy.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie is when he walks up behind the girl and just grabs her tits, and she's like,
yeah, it was like there was so much stuff
earlier,
in this movie.
They also played a rape scene for laughs. Like that whole movie, you would be uber canceled.
And it's hilarious.
Which is
crazy
funny.
I want to know. When do the millennials start watching old movies? Because it's very, very obvious to me that they've just not watched anything pre-2000. Like they haven't just they haven't.
You mean the Gen Zs?
Yeah, whatever. They haven't discovered the Man Show yet. What happens when they find out about the Man Show? Because they love Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm just so curious because I can see. I don't know.
Oh, that's
motor. Hey, ladies, why don't you jump on the trampolines now?
That's actually kind of true, eh? That's so funny.
Point.
Like Jimmy Kimmel is super popular, and he was one of the worst offenders for
so cancelable
being canceled.
Yeah, I just
wow,
feel like
Dude, the moment he doesn't toe the party line, they're gonna reel his ass
that
in
shit
too.
Out. Yeah. No, it's fine. I just know 40 years from now they're all gonna have us like in a home, and like they'll be playing these old movies that everyone is so offended by, and they'll just the millennials, the old people. There was a different time.
Well, what do you have? What do you have in the movie collection? Well, we got some old VHSs, Trading Places, Fox and the Hound,
Ace Ventura.
Have you seen Fox and the Hound? The problem with the modern era, where I have to hear all this stuff about like misogyny and racism, is I watch these Disney movies, which I think are innocuous, and I fucking see it, and I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to see that shit. I want to go around thinking that you can refer to your next door whose husband has died as widow. Widow, shut the fuck up. That's
Disney movies?
That's the Disney I want to remember. Yeah, Fox and the Hound, man.
Oh, is that an old one or
2000? No, Brad, I don't watch anything new. What do you think? I'm not like 3. I don't have kids.
You used to watch Tom and Jerry though, right?
Absolutely.
Dude, Tom and Jerry has no chance of survival with new episodes in today's age.
Really?
Like, I don't even know. Oh my god, dude! Like, I watched some shit, and obviously, I'm just laughing at it, and I'm laughing. The thing is, like, Tom and Jerry has like Shrek-like characteristics if you watch it as an adult. So Shrek is really clever because they write it for the kids, but then they make all these jokes for the parents who have to sit through this thing for 2.5 hours, right? They're like, "Wink, wink, parents, we got you too." Tom and Jerry does the same thing. But I think they do it unintentionally. And so if you watch a bunch of Tom and Jerry stuff, it is like softcore racist and softcore sexist. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
Tons of the old Disney stuff is pretty racist. Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. It would not survive today.
What's funny is I feel like the only show that would survive the test of time no matter what. Like, I mean, honestly, we should just probably make a statue of the dude right now. The only show that's ever going to survive the
Full
test
House.
of time. No. Mr. Rogers. That's it.
Oh, Mr.
I
Rogers.
was so worried you were going to say. I'm so worried you're going to say the Cosby Show.
It's just the Cosby Show. It's the Cosby Show. Let's edit it. So I said that. That's a great joke. Archie Bunker? No.
South Park does a real good job of
Sam's
making you
asking.
nostalgic.
Sam's asking
Yeah.
Zach
Member
specifically.
berries.
He says, Zach, do you think in 30 years people will dress up as mentally ill alphabet feminazis for 2020's parties?
Yeah, it'll be like a period thing. It'll be like we went to
Period.
80s parties and
A period
it'll
thing.
be,
There's more
Yeah,
sexism
dude.
right there.
We,
Yeah.
Shelly,
I
sexism.
apologize, Shelley, for all the
Is this-
YX chromosomes or whatever that
I
term is.
got banned from
Thank
that
you.
subreddit today. 2X chromosomes.
There's a subreddit for that?
Yeah, 2X chromosomes. I called a lady a nutter.
What is that? What does it mean? What does 2X chromosomes mean? What
Wow,
does it
Brad.
mean? I'm Canadian. We don't have that shit. We
You
use
don't have-
No,
Celsius.
Brad,
You don't care.
mean is a whole different thing. Yeah.
We use kilometers per hour and liters.
Okay, guys, we have a very. Let me introduce the true inventor, or one of many, I guess, in the but for causation of NFTs. Joe Looney, welcome, Joe.
What's
Oh,
going
hey, Joe.
on?
Hi, Joe.
Thank
I'm
you
sorry.
for ruining
I'm
the
sorry.
world. Yeah.
I'm sorry
yeah.
for what I've done. I assume this was church, and that's why John Seth sent me the link. So
It is. It is.
I'm here to repent.
It was church, but Padre John is missing.
I am here. I am just praying for your soul, and I bless you in the name of Hal, Satoshi, and the Holy Main Chain. Hallelujah, my son.
Hallelujah.
He doesn't know what the fuck is happening right now. You can just tell.
Joe, I know what happened, but I like to tell people I invented NFTs. It's very funny to me.
Yeah, it's probably not too far off.
I figure we all did. In some,
Well, weren't you the
some weird
weren't you
way.
like the #1 Spells of Genesis collector at
Oh,
one
yeah.
point?
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Got plenty of those left.
Did you tell these guys how I accidentally bought a rare Pepe from you for 17 grand?
Yeah, no, that's great. No, I forgot. Yeah,
Was
that
it
was
a
in the
gin?
auction. It was in the early auctions. One of the first auctions is NFTs were become popular. I was trying to
Did you
unload.
fat finger it, or what'd you do?
No.
Nah, I just got
he just didn't
caught
know.
up. Caught
He
up
didn't know
in
it
the
was
hype.
mine. Yeah.
This cycle or like the original pump?
The original, the
No,
first.
probably.
Oh no, not
When
this
was
cycle.
that?
No, probably like a year ago.
Yeah, it was beginning.
Oh,
it was
that's
the
what I
beginning
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
before
But
Jason got
this
in.
cycle.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a good investment, but at the time it was
Which
You know
one
what?
did you get?
The rare Pepe.
the Nakamoto.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Well,
that's
I mean, they were.
That's a good
well,
one.
I mean, now, but like at that time, they were worth 17 grand. That was the highest it had ever sold for. I was very.
I was
proud.
trying. I have a friend who, well, an acquaintance. Wouldn't use the F word. I have an
A
acquaintance
fuck.
who had 2 Nakamotos, and then went
Ooh.
to prison for fraud.
Okay.
And before he went to prison, I was trying to buy his Nakamoto for like half a Bitcoin. I almost had it.
I had 9 at the beginning of this last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whale.
I got rid of them. I mean, I was trying to unload them. And the thing is, I don't want to hold my wealth in Pepes. I never have.
No, it's a smart
And-
idea.
You traded it for Mickey Mouse watches.
See, that's where you and I are different.
I know, Joe. I know.
And so now you're all in.
Bitcoin isn't
Joe
funny
is-
enough for me.
My fucking Pepes. Children, come around. Go pick the college of your choice. These Pepes will put you in.
Even through the mania, I was able to hold. I never sold something I didn't have a duplicate of.
That's
So-
good, Joe. That's good.
It's probably not good. But.
I sold as much as I could. I was like,
How
fuck
do you
it.
define
Especially-
good, Jinseth, in this?
Well, he likes them. Like it's like how I have Beanie Babies. It's good. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
good.
I don't sell them either. Unless I have
Joe's
duplicates,
cost
too,
basis
so
on the
I
Pepes
kind
is
of
like
sit in the
32
same.
cents. So like we're all
Well,
like,
mine's got a couple of other zeros on it, and I still feel not as bad. But
all
but
of
I
my
think I'm
Pepes.
reevaluating that as I'm speaking right now.
I did the math on my Pepes. I bought them for $24. That was like what I spent
Wow.
on all of my Pepes.
Would you have?
Awesome.
Would you have? If someone told you Counterparty was gonna move hundreds of millions of dollars in collectible frogs, the throughout the course of a year, would you ever have believed it?
100% would not have surprised me ever. Not one moment.
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't have. That's what Counterparty's for.
Yeah, I know, but like, did you think Elon Musk was gonna start shilling Dogecoin and unlock all this like FOMO?
See, the thing is, to all of you, like this stuff is very surprising. To me, none of it is. It's never surprising. Like, oh, Elon Musk is here and he's into Doge. Okay, like every fucking dum-dum, every person that people look up to gets to crypto and loses their fucking mind. The
Man,
only
that
person
that that
only
means that, but that means that next cycle is gonna be worse.
the only person that
Yeah.
that didn't happen to, by
Brad,
the way,
Brad, you know it's going to be worse.
the only person that didn't happen to, by the way, is the worst CEO in America, Michael Saylor. He got here and he kept his head. I don't know how he did it.
John said he might get canceled for speaking ill of Lord Sailor.
Of the
Lord
Holy
Sailor.
One. Yeah.
Someone needs to make a Lord Sailor Pepe.
There's got to be at this point.
Oh, Lord Sailor is very funny.
You know
Are
what's
there-
odd? The whole fake rare project is 9 series in, and I don't think there's a single Sailor meme.
Okay,
There's
guys.
got to be. There's got to be.
I'm telling you, I can't think of one. If
there's
someone
30
listening to this and can correct me, please let me know. But he wouldn't have obviously been in the original set.
31
in
of you
the OG
watching.
set.
31 of you watching on YouTube. 5 of you watching. Go fucking tweet this. Let's get more people here. This is fun. We're having fun.
So
And if
just
you're
I
not
have to
having fun,
assume
fuck you.
you diversified into Solana NFTs after you got out of the Pepes.
Yeah, I believe very strongly in diversification. I bought a broad basket of shitcoins in exchange.
Excellent.
Matic, Ethereum.
No, but which
Polygon,
NFTs did you get?
Namecoin.
What's that? What's that, Zach?
Which NFTs did you get into?
Oh no, so Zach, what I did is I incorporated an LLC and then I sold them into parts, thus creating securities.
You're fractionalizing your NFTs.
I'm fractionalizing. I really like.
Oh,
I'm
you
trying-
did Shamir's secret sharting?
I did not shart. What I'm trying to do, Brad, is
You
as an
didn't
art
shart
project,
all your NFTs?
No, as an art project, I'm trying to go to jail for something innocuous.
Gary V sharded his NFTs. I think
He
all
sure
of us
did.
fans.
Yeah.
Well, Gary V sharted his reputation.
He didn't though. Like you know the funny thing about the Gary V's of the world is that their entire
You're
pitch,
wrong, Brad. He's only gotten like better and bigger and like
This
normie,
gen-
though. Only with within Bitcoiners is that true?
He's a perfect guy for
give
he's
it
a perfect
time.
guy. He's a
Give it
perfect guy for
time.
Gen Z, Brad, because like Gen Z, all they want to do is start scams. They truly believe that a business is a scam. That's how you know it's a good business. And they listen to people who know how to run scams, and that is their hero. They want to learn how to run scams. And so Gary Vee's perfect. He'll tell you how to run a scam all day. All you have to do is have parents that own a vineyard and start a wine drinking channel. And then you too can be like Gary Vee.
I think the main ingredient is you have to give Gary V some money first. Like that's
He'll tell you, but then he'll tell you all you have to do is have parents that own a vineyard, and then you can start a wine.
That kind of timeless advice. Yeah.
I can't see it shaking out. It's got to shake out like
it won't.
You know what? You're probably right, because all the people that promoted obvious scams in the traditional world end up like working at the government. Or
Brett, I've learned this. I've learned that. No, fuck that. I've learned this about scammers.
See, you're agreeing with me.
No, that's stupid. I've learned this about scammers. They have
there we go. There it is.
They have a different audience than you think they do, right? So, like for example, the Tap Scots came here. They had no credibility with Bitcoiners. Bitcoiners like laughed at them, showed them their penis, and then they wrote a book and sold like 100,000 copies or whatever the fuck they sold. So like, all these business guys that like watch the Tap Scots, they fucking bought the book and they still think the Tap Scots are completely credible people, but they're not. But they're only not to us because we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Bitcoiners kind of, and even some crypto folks, because there was that thing where they tried to raise their fund and put some advisors on that weren't actually part of the fund, and then they got in trouble with the regulators and they had to shut their fund down.
Sam, I am not showing the Mickey watch. I am ashamed of the Mickey watch. Ashamed of it. Fucking, that's the one shame I've ever experienced. I'm not doing that.
So John said, do you think that the Gen Zs are anti-capitalist or just nihilistic, and that's why they like what Gary Vee's serving up.
Gen Z for some reason. They all run t-shirt businesses or Fire Festival. Those are the two businesses they know how to run. All of them.
The reason that they love. Oh, go ahead, James.
Go on, Shelly. You do it.
Well, I feel like the reason why they love him is because he just feeds into what they want to hear. Like, be a TikTok star, fuck school, fuck your parents, love them, but
don't fuck
them.
your parents. I've seen that porn. That's not really pleasant.
How does Gary Vee poll among freedom maximalists? Just out of curiosity.
If Tone joins us, we can ask him.
Right,
Sounds
Like, we need to get Tina on this. I'm trying to text him. I think you need to text him too. And maybe Brad, we need to get like 3 or 4 people to urge him to get on. Tell him he can stay off camera.
But
how many people can be on this platform at once?
10.
Unless
I pay more. Then, I think if I pay more
for Tina,
then they'll let me have more on.
So John says
it's not like a design choice.
I don't think
that's the first time I've ever heard you call yourself a moron.
I'm a moron?
Are you kidding me? He taught everybody, if I'm an idiot, you're an idiot, we're all idiots. This is his motto.
That's my thing. I'm dumb as shit, but in a good way.
But the good news is everyone's dumb as shit. So
everybody's so stupid. Yeah.
Is this reverse psychology day?
No. I mean,
no. Being stupid is not knowing that you're dumb. That's Socrates.
That's a direct quote.
Yeah, it's a direct quote. Smart people know that they're dumb.
That's funny.
Hey, Brad, check your Telegram for your prep for tomorrow. The questions embedded in that video. Just like,
that is Socrates' whole thing.
Did you rate it on your taint and send me a picture of it?
Zach, you like that reformulation of it?
Yeah. You're all dumb.
Here, I'll type it up for
dialogues. Yeah.
Socrates said it better, but he said it in Greek. He had a better language to work with.
Well, and he had Plato to say it for him.
He sure did. Yeah. Plato spent years trying to figure out what Socrates said.
Right. He was mostly like Bitcoin Tina. He was just yelling at people in real life.
He was. That's what I hear. And then he drank hemlock shit. Hemlock punch. I feel like he may have accidentally just drank it, Zach. He wasn't like killed, but like then Plato like dressed it up later. But it was like then they killed him, but not really.
No. He faked it. He was a freedom maximalist.
He was a freedom maximalist. This is probably true.
That's why he got killed. That's where freedom maximalism inevitably ends, is drinking hemlock, in front of a whole crowd.
So last time we were here, we watched a bunch of people who lost money on Terra Luna.
Ooh.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they're all on YouTube. They're very funny. Have you not seen these? Have you seen these, Brad? They're funny.
I seen like 1 or 2, but I didn't know if they were real.
Is there a way to broadcast them in here?
Yeah, they're both sad and funny, but they're mostly funny to me.
It's like the BitConnect people.
Yeah, I mean we did it last time, but I guess I can show one. I'll show one. Zach, Terra Luna is a Ponzi, right? Like fairly classical.
I think look, I don't want to necessarily, but it does have a lot of elements that look like a literal Ponzi.
As my lawyer,
it's using old investors' profits to subsidize, new investors, and that's kind of how Ponzi's work.
Isn't it just new bits? Isn't that basically what it is? You remember that, John Seth? New bits?
I do remember new bits.
Isn't it basically new bits? How is it any different?
New bits was
a
stable coin, right?
That's all Terra is.
Yeah, but this is different because new bits didn't have a Ponzi add-on part. Like
sure they did. New coin.
They all
that
have
was the
Ponzi.
whole point.
Yeah,
new coin back new bit. It was
but that thing. So Terra Luna and UST, if it was just Terra Luna, if it was just the Luna coin and UST and that's it, it wouldn't be a Ponzi scheme. It would just be a terrible idea. But because they added the Anchor protocol Ponzi scheme and then the leverage through the Abracadabra protocol, it was like a Ponzi scheme on top, like a turbocharged Ponzi scheme on top of a terrible idea.
Well, and then Do.
Right, it's the Anchor part that is the Ponzi.
Do Kwon forgot he has to pay
what's the yielding mechanism in the old one? What's
the Anchor protocol.
What's the Anchor protocol? No, I know, but
it's where the 20% yield comes from. it
No,
takes
Joe
money
Quan's-
from
I'm
jump
asking,
jump
what's the
capital and
comparison in the.
Oh.
What's
There
the
was
comparison
none.
in the thing that
in
Joe was bringing?
Nubits.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
was nothing like that in Nubits. It was just like
Jesus
an
Christ.
algorithmic stablecoin thing.
Was it
which
even
is-
algorithmic? Wasn't it just like the
Nubits?
Nubits team would like buy more Nubits or something?
Probably.
Wasn't that the whole point?
They had an internal. They had a spreadsheet algorithm. They would show up in the morning. They'd be like, "Well, it says to buy."
It was never, and it was never pegged. It was always off. It was always like 80 cents for a Nubit.
Brad,
They
did you
just
intentionally
got
say
the
it's a terrible idea? Terrible.
I didn't, but that's
Okay.
that's a
But
good
he
one.
would
about leaning into that.
Are you a terrible
No, he's a
or a
moron.
Terra Bear?
So is it bit shares then? Is that what it is?
No,
it's worse.
BitShares still exists, Joe.
It's basically like
What's bit USD at right now?
No, dude,
is that still pegged?
I don't think
Yeah,
so, but it might
Oh,
be.
Bit USD. Terra was basically like BitConnect, except you take the Ponzi part away and bolt it on over on here, and then you get a bunch of like respected leaders in the crypto industry, like Mike Novogratz, to tattoo themselves with the Ponzi scheme stuff. So BitConnect,
That's their main marketing.
yeah,
tunnel
BitConnect
right
was
there.
like
That is.
obviously a Ponzi, right? It was like, oh, this is a Ponzi. Only an idiot would fall for that.
It was Terra.
Terra was like,
This was a
oh my
it's a
god, Mike
Ponzi in a suit.
Novogratz is
Yeah.
supporting this.
I honestly
guess
had
it's
never
legit.
even heard of Terra until it exploded. It was like not on my radar at all.
Good thing, Joe. You would have bought it.
Man,
Well, so I did buy UST once it decoupled because I wanted to ride the roller coaster a little bit. So
So-
that was
DGen
good.
Central.
I had normies. I had like multiple normie friends that were approaching me, telling me that like I have probably like 5 or 6 people that put over $100,000 into Anchor Protocol, thinking that it was a safe, secure thing. Like all these Wall Street people were backing it. It was just the thing to do. If you got extra money, put it in stable coins and get yield.
Brad, I had a
Basically
friend.
risk-free.
I had a friend. I messaged him as Terra was going down. I go, "Hey, yo, you got any money in? Or you still have your money in DeFi?" Because every time I meet him, every time I sit him down, I go, "Dude, you're not going to get these yields forever. You're going to lose everything if you keep it in." He's
Yeah.
like, "I'm not going to lose anything. That's
I did my
2%.
research.
So like I was like, okay, like I was like, but I'm telling you every time I see you that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose everything. So
You're
I
just a
messaged him,
maxi.
So I messaged him. I'm like, so do you have any of the? You still have money in DeFi? And I get a message back. He's like, oh yeah, only like Anchor and Terra. And then I was thinking like, I was sitting there. I was like, he seems so calm about this. I guess I don't need to say anything. So like a couple days later, I messaged him. I'm like, so what's up with your money? He's like, I lost everything. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I was on vacation when you messaged me. I didn't know that you were like telling me that it was going down.
Oh no. I had like a couple
Is this
people.
hold on without
lose
saying names? Is this who we
significant money in
talked
it.
to that was on vacation the other day?
No,
That's
you
it?
don't know him.
Is this who we talked to?
This is
Okay.
not. This is a different
I-
person
I-
completely.
I
Different
saved
person.
one of my friends. I saved him 500 grand or something. I think it was like one of my high net worth buddies from this entrepreneur group I'm in. He was like telling me, yeah, I'm in Celsius, I'm in Terra Luna, I'm doing yield.
Brad,
I'm like, dude, it's all Ponzi's. Get out. It's seriously
you're-
gonna collapse.
Brad, you're not
And he
playing.
did.
You're not playing the game right.
I
your
know.
goal-
I'm,
your
I'm
goal at-
blockchain
look,
Jesus, right? I'm
No.
trying to be blockchain Jesus.
Your goal at this level, like, look, once you get rich, the goal is to start knocking people out who are dumb.
start knocking them out. Eh?
So you don't. So they don't.
So you
they
can
don't-
climb some pegs.
No. You don't want to climb pegs. You just don't want them in your club, right? So like, you're like, that sounds interesting. You should probably load up. I mean, it sounds like you're doing really well in those things there. Like, it's time to like put more in, man. And then he
No,
will.
Brad's
And then
an
he'll lose
empath.
it
There's
all.
no
I
chance
know.
that's happening.
It's
dude. There's no
just stupid. Like, Brad, you gotta start
Brad,
knocking
if that
them
was
out.
like physical, like Brad would have jumped in front of a bullet. If Terra Luna was a bullet, he'd be like, ah! There's no
Oh
chance,
man,
dude.
this chat is great. Someone said like a clock tower sniper. That's a very disgusting school shooting reference.
Oh.
Is that a thing that
Too
happened?
soon.
Raphael wants to know if you have a normie friend, Brad. He's surprised, but I don't think that he was talking about a
Are you kidding
normie
me?
friend, Raphael. I think
I
that
thought
he
Brad
like
was a status cuck. Of course he has normies.
Brad's mostly got normie friends. That is true.
Brad is who I consider my
No
normie
coiner friend, I guess.
Yeah,
then.
Brad's our normie friend.
Brad's our normie friend. What are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, I
different
meant-
normie
I meant,
friends, like, yeah, in Canada.
Yeah, no coiner friend. I should have said. He actually had some Bitcoin. The guy, all of them have Bitcoin. That's the funny thing. They all have Bitcoin, and then they go, "What else is there? I guess I should get yield, because that's not risky."
It's basically risk free.
That's
Dude,
what this cycle is going to be remembered for, is yield, right? How everyone
Oh,
was sucked into
100%.
yield.
It's so overhyped. Even still now,
I
it's like
am-
people are like, "What? Oh, I can't get yield anymore. Where do I get the yield now? I gotta
I
go
am
get yield."
convinced that all of these cycles will be completely forgotten in the future. Like it will be nobody remembers. Like the history of Bitcoin is people getting in and being like, I've always been here. I thought that Bitcoin was a good idea from the beginning. And whereas Joe and I are like, do you know how many girlfriends we lost because of Bitcoin and how many women wouldn't date us because like we were like, no,
that
this
was
thing
the
is
issue. That was the
Yeah.
issue. Was Bitcoin?
yeah, it was Bitcoin. It was like you're
Telling yourself
fucking
that.
obsessed with this. And I'm like, no,
We need
man.
to talk about the
Look,
correlation and causation.
Joe and I are very
Yeah.
good-looking men, you know, and women before Bitcoin were all over us.
You know, we talked about this earlier today. I actually had a conversation with Chinset earlier today. I was just like, he was talking about like, I can't remember exactly. We were talking about the shirt taking off, right? And last week or earlier in the week, he was like 1, 2, 3, and Fish took off his shirt, but Chinset didn't. And so we were like, yeah, we're gonna take off our shirts. And like, you can't do it. You can't take off your shirt unless you're fat. If you take off your shirt and you're not fat, you're just a douchebag.
It's only
You know,
funny if
like-
you're fat.
Now here's
It's
the
only
point that
funny.
where this conversation led to is Chinset's kind of a good looking fat guy. Not a lot of people can be good looking fat. Like
It's
anybody
true.
can be good looking with a 6-pack, of course. But Chinset's like a good looking fat guy.
That's what I tell the ladies at the club. I have strategies for clubs. I will tell you though. So fat dudes.
Yeah. Wait,
you wanna-
we need to hear all about your game.
Yeah, if you want to take a girl home, you got to go to the club. You talk to all the girls. You do your thing. Probably not going to get one because you're the fat guy.
It's 97 girls.
So what you do is you just wait. You just wait until like 2:30, 3 a.m. And then there's like one who's like, she's gonna be like a 6.5, totally fine. And you walk up to her and you're like, look, you're ugly, I'm ugly, let's go. And that's how you do it. She goes back
And then you just have like
Weight.
but
really sad boning afterwards. You're
no,
both just, like,
it's not
depressed
sad
and-
boning. It's not sad boning, Zach, because you know, the thing is sometimes you go and like there's like an 8 or a 9 and it's like fucking dark enough that like you get him into a cab and you're like, surprise! Stupid bitch. But that's not always what happens. So like those nights are nice, but then the other nights you like pick a 6.5, you know?
How
That's
do
how
I
you do
explain this to my children in 15 years, Jensen?
Don't be a 6.5. Go home early with the dude.
Well, realistically, if you get the 8 or
No,
the 9 in the
not
cab,
that. How do I explain
Tell your
this
girls
video
that,
to
you know?
them? What are you-
I don't know,
Man,
John.
You
I
know,
don't know.
I start Harvard Med School next week, and some of the kids sent me this video of you on YouTube with a guy named June Seth. Like, what
Yeah.
am I supposed to say to
June
her?
said.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say to my kids?
Look,
15
back.
years?
John, I
back
just
in those
promise you
days-
this won't be on YouTube that long. Like, you're good.
Because back in those days, 15 years ago, that's just how people talked, kids. That was
Yeah,
the
it was
normal
different
way
time.
people talked.
Oh my
It
God.
wasn't offensive back then. That was pretty
Or
normal.
I just have to be senile in 15 years and be like, honey, I don't.
Will you change my diaper?
We were all freedom maximalists back then, you know.
I like the
Oh,
idea
my
of
God.
John pooping his diapers in 15 years. That's very. It's not that long.
I'm just gonna
now.
hold on. I'm just gonna do that for fun. What are we talking about?
You know, would it be
Can
like
we
if you
talk
just?
about the
Turns out
freedom
that was John's
maximalism
thing the
thing
whole
some more,
time,
Jensen?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a freedom maximalist. I just want to poop everywhere. I just want to take a shit.
You
in the
expect me
middle
to
of the street.
use a
You're
toilet
cool with
like a
that?
fucking cuck?
You know, John, you would do very well in some places like Pakistan.
I'm pretty sure if you dug enough into my 23andMe, you'd find something there.
Have you watched?
TSA tells me every
They do
time
that
I
shit.
go
They wear like the toga things, and like I've heard of a lot of Westerners. Oh, Tone is not joining. What a prick. I just got a message.
All right, tell
the
them we'll stop
Westerners,
making fun of freedom maximalists. Come on.
Westerners will like go to Pakistan and they'll like see guys in a corner huddled and they'll like walk like, well, I'm gonna go find out what's going on, and they'll walk up to them and find out that they're pooping.
Hey Tone, if you don't come on, so if you do come on, we won't make fun of freedom maximalists. But if you don't come on, we're gonna send all of my Packy cousins to shit on your lawn.
That doesn't violate NAP, does it? Or does it? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Oh, I don't know, Ben. We'll have to check with the actual libertarian.
Yeah.
Ben, can we go to the judges, please?
Yeah.
Hey,
Avery
I
Hoddle
love
says
watching
shitting
Biden
yourself
give
is
a
the best
speech
way
and
out of a bad
making them-
convo. That's true.
Well, sometimes
the
it turns
only thing
into
you
like
could
a
think of,
really
you couldn't
more interesting
pretend to get a
convo.
phone call?
Yeah.
Also, yeah, it's all the way into it coming.
XX747XX, which is like, what is going on? Oh, it's Clubhouse.
Still the kids still on Clubhouse.
Oh my God. XX747XX says Liberia beaches, which it took me a second to figure it out, but that must be filled with poop.
Yeah, there's a Vice video. I was just about to say that. Have you seen it? It's good. You should
Oh, I
watch
have
it.
seen that. The guy who's I didn't realize that was Liberia. He's
the
going.
mayor of the town is showing these guys around, and then he
And
just
there's a
goes
guy
and
just
takes
like
shit
yeah.
on the beach with like everybody else, because that's just where you go when you want to take a shit.
Fish wants to come on. Fish.
Well, you can take my
Fish,
spot.
if you can find the link, you can come on, Fish.
I gotta go edit some McCormick.
All right, Ben, go do work or something.
Boys, Shelly.
We'll miss you.
Peace.
This is the best Bitcoin podcast on right now.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I really do think I've talked a little bit about this, but I think it'd be fun to watch like Bitcoin conferences and comment on them. Or like
Yeah, that
shitcoin
would be a good
actually
idea.
shitcoin conferences would be more interesting, maybe.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Mystery Science Theater, but with a Bitcoin conference going on.
You know, Joe-
Hold on a second. With due respect,
I would have fucking
Bitcoin
loved it, yeah.
conferences are a shitcoin conference. So what are we talking about?
That's a good point. Yeah. Did you know that Mystery Science Theater was recorded in Minnesota, Joe?
No,
Yeah.
well, you would know that.
Hopkins,
Minnesota,
my friend.
You know, speaking of maximalism, you were a fucking Minnesota maximalist, dude.
I fucking miss. I love my home state is Minnesota. We have songs about it. You know, oh Minnesota, where the squareheads live, and Paul Bunyan fucks oxen. It's like the beginning of it.
My state song got canceled recently.
Oh, did you have the N-word in it?
Some version of the song did.
Like,
So the Maryland state song is to the tune of
Some
Motown
version,
Down.
not the radio edition.
Well, and it was a Confederate anthem. So some versions of it get pretty racist.
Oh,
so they
black
changed that this song.
people live where I was born, forcefully on. And
The Kentucky
picking
song
cotton.
refers to black people as darkies.
Maybe they're talking
In
about
the-
like
in the
something
anthem?
else.
Yeah, in the state song. To
I'm not
summer
really
and
offended
darkies
by
are
that.
gay.
It's sort of just like a description of my skin color.
John
Darkies
said-
it says darkies are gay.
To summer and
That-
the darkies are gay.
Actually, honestly,
At least
Zach.
they're happy.
Actually, Zach, that's probably the most offensive thing to the black people is they hate the gays.
Or if they're like you, they don't believe in them.
I don't believe in gays. I was sitting with my parents yesterday, and my parents are like old school conservatives. We spent like 40 minutes talking about how being gay is a choice and gay people are disgusting. And it was
Your parents?
yeah.
It's like watching a 1970s movie.
It was so funny to me. It's so funny to watch old retired people with no jobs and absolutely no stake in life. just
They
say
got
whatever-
opinions though.
just whatever they think.
Gay people out there doing it. I really can't abide that.
I go like that. Dad, you think that like gay people like just choose to be? Yeah, I was like, Dad. So like think about it this way. I'm like some guy comes up to you, he like grabs you around the waist and he like nuzzles your neck and just kind of like with his beard, and then kisses the nape of your neck, and you just get hard. And he's like, shut up, that's disgusting. And I'm like, yeah,
Dude,
Dad.
you poor dad, man. You poor dad has to put up with your shit.
Oh, you should have videotaped it.
I go, Dad,
Oh, that's so good.
some dudes are into that. Like, some dudes are like, yeah. And that's how I know that you're not gay, Dad. But if you like that, then you would be
That's
gay.
the key. If
Yeah.
you just listen, it's not gay unless you like it.
Yeah, if you like
if you
it,
don't like it, you're you're abused. And it's
yeah.
cool. Like,
I'm just like, some people are
makes you a
gay
Catholic schoolboy.
and they like that. I think that's super disgusting, unless it was Zach. But like, some people are just super into that, and that's those are gay people. I do think gays exist, Shelley, just not lesbians.
I'm the gayest of them all.
I'm the gayest of them all. Have you seen Little Britain?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Have you seen Little Britain?
No, what's this?
It's this comedy skit, this British comedy skit, and there's this like one running joke they have where they have this like fat little gay dude in this town, and he's like he sits at the bar and complains that he's the only gay in the village. And it's always like there are also other gay people in the bar who will hit on him, and he'll judge them for not being the right kind of gay, and like not and also being gay in the village. He's like, but I am the only gay in the village. It's very fucking funny. You've never seen this?
No.
Never seen it.
You got to watch it. Little Britain. Excellent.
Sounds legit.
Fish, how are you supposed to find it while driving? I don't know.
It sounds
Why-
dangerous.
Why are you trying to get
Also,
on the
don't
stream
do it
while you're driving? Yeah, that'll
and
be-
Stop
that'll-
texting while you're driving.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see you,
accessory to a
Fish.
murder.
And it was super annoying last time when you were like walking the fuck around.
First of all, June Seth follows you on Clubhouse. That's enough right there.
Sam says the joke is that literally nobody gives a fuck that he's gay. That's correct, Sam. That is the joke of the Mafanwi only gay in the village. I fucking love that.
Wait, when we say we don't care if he's gay, are we talking about Fish or this other
No.
show?
The show, the Little Britain. The joke is that like no one gives a shit that he's gay, and he's just obsessed with the fact that he's like the only gay in the village, and just
Sorry,
complains
I played
it's
that whole
very
thing
funny.
just to be able to make the joke about Fish not realizing.
Oh,
I got it, John.
Oh, Fish is gay. I forgot. Yeah.
I've identified, which by the way, I want to make sure, unlike Jen Seth, I don't have a problem with gay people. I love gay people.
Wait, which fish?
They're my
'Cause
favorite.
there's
Wait,
a couple
I'm-
fishes.
I think gay people are fine. My dad hates
Black
them.
shark fin fish, not bit fish. Good fish is married to a woman with children.
Anytime we
Whose
call
children?
someone Fish,
Oh, I was
it's
gonna
always
say
gonna
like
be
whose
Brunei.
children?
I know the way it sounded weird. I definitely.
He's married to a woman with children.
We don't call
Peggy.
Bitfish Fish. We call him Ryan.
Yeah, and this
Okay.
fish, the one that sounds like he's 60 and a valley girl. That fish.
He does actually sound like he's 60 and a valley girl.
It's just facts, man. I just speak truth, man. Just out here preaching the truth. Satoshi's, disciple. Yeah.
6.15. I like that shirt.
Excuse
All right.
me, sir.
All right. Can I get the
Graffiti.
Tell them to come on,
Graffiti.
Can I get off?
Graffiti's
Oh,
in
yeah.
chat.
Tell them to get on here and just keep
Crypto
the
graffiti.
camera off.
Yeah. Keep your camera off. Come on. And talk to us about your new project or something.
And tell us what
don't
you're
even
wearing.
talk to us about anything. Just make fun of
Oh,
us. Like let's
Zach,
decide why
while
you
we're
drag.
waiting
What
for
are you
crypto
wearing?
graffiti, Zach, there was something. Oh, Zach. Oh, and Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this business idea.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard about it.
No. of
Have you
course
heard
we
about
don't
it?
know because
Yeah,
it's-
I have.
Oh shit. Okay. Never mind, Zach. No, okay, seriously. There's this idea that Chris Chin has in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
And we
Reformed
discussed it.
shitcoin Chris.
Yeah. So there's this thing in DeFi called Alchemix where you deposit your ETH or your Bitcoins. Probably your ETH is most likely what people are depositing in shitcoin world. And they. Oh wait, he's on a call or something, so he's got to hear this.
Hold on. Hey, Brad. Hold
Oh,
on,
wait.
Brad.
I'm
Before
listening,
you
Brad.
finish telling the story, if they say yes and you back it, can I get in on this?
Of course.
Brad, I'm going to step away. You guys keep going.
Okay.
Well, no, we need you to tell us
No
why this
stepping
shitcoin isn't
away.
going to work.
Stepping away is not
We'll
allowed.
talk about something else for a few minutes.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
full
Well,
commit.
this is actually a legit Blockbuster
Well,
shirt.
you're thinking about
This is
doing it
from
with C5.
this is from when I actually worked at Blockbuster in 2006. I
Does
still have it.
Blockbuster have Canadian locations for real?
Yep. They were
Oh,
everywhere.
I didn't know that.
And I
thought it
just
was
found
a
this the other day.
American thing.
I haven't worn
That
it
was
in
a
like
great
15 years.
I miss Blockbuster.
It's such a great shirt. It's in great condition. I
It
bet
was
you it's
it was a
worth
better
something.
time for renting movies.
I loved working there. I was late nearly every day, but I still
Brad,
managed
how
to get
close
employee
did
of the
you live
month.
to the Blockbuster?
Like 20 minutes.
He was late every day and got employee of the month. What were the other people doing? Just fucking in the back. And
I was just
smoking
very
weed?
enthusiastic about movies.
You know, people were always fucking in the Blockbuster bathroom.
Yeah. Was that a thing?
Well, that was funny because they had a no couples policy at Blockbuster, but me and my girlfriend worked there, and the manager was dating another employee long term. So it was like there was only like 6 people that weren't coupled up on the staff. So
the funniest part of Jinseth being gone is that his boob is breaking
poking
through
the seat.
It looms large.
It's just like, fuck this chair. It's like he's Incredible Hawking it with his tit. That's the image that's really going to be
Shelly,
tough to get out of that.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Alabama.
Are you traveling around a lot?
Oh yeah,
Are you like training people all over the country?
I am. I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania next.
Pennsylvania? Is that where they
Vegas.
make all the pencils?
Pennsylvania.
Nice. That was Pennsylvania. That's a nickname for John's dick.
That's what he said.
Brad, I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this DeFi
It
pitch.
just has to be good. So for everybody watching,
That was a good one, though, right?
That was hilarious. But my point is, I don't mind laughing and being the butt of the joke. It just got to be good. So when I hear some of the bad jokes, especially on Clubhouse, especially in the chat, and I say they're bad jokes, now you have to believe me because I that was fucking hilarious. Oh, that's good.
John said you're muted.
Oh, let's talk about.
I said, pitch me.
Yeah. Wait, we need to
All
hear
right.
about this shitcoin we're doing.
All right, so there's this thing, right?
First of all, we're not for anybody who's watching. We're not doing a shitcoin. Okay,
We're doing a shitcoin.
We're about to get
Brad and I are
canceled by
going to
the
do.
freedom
Brad and I are going to do a
maximalists.
shitcoin,
Well,
as advised
the
by
freedom
our.
maximalists are telling us we can't do shitcoin.
No, Brad and I are going to do a shitcoin as advised by our lawyer Zach.
Excellent.
Well, I'm in
It's gonna
on
be-
this.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
gonna be
in
an
on
awesome
this.
ICO.
Yeah, don't forget
let's
me
go.
for your pre-mine.
Shelly, you can have all the coins. So
Yes.
Yeah, we're not looking to make money.
You just need to
That's the
sign the
goal.
indemnification
I just-
agreement, and you can have as many coins as you need.
I think that shitcoiners
want-
should be required to do pro bono pre-mines, just like Zach's required to do pro bono work.
I just want you to know in advance what I'm going to do with the proceeds from the shitcoin since you're giving
Hire
me
a
all the
hooker.
coins. No, I'm
You're
going
in a
to
hotel
buy.
all alone. What do you think? What do you think that hotel rooms are for?
I am going to buy all the Jinseths.
Oh, well, that'd be great. That's a good use of your money. Mhm.
She's
Thank you.
cornering the
I
Joneseth
concur.
market.
Yeah,
Cornering it. I've been cornering you, Jinseth. You just didn't know it.
that's good. The most annoying thing about being Junseth, and I'll tell you this, is that when I go to video games to sign up for my account, Junseth is always taken.
By who?
Oh, interesting.
A bunch of cucks.
I often learn later who it is, but it's like there's people who sign up for things under Junseth.
Here's the real question: are they good when they play in your name?
I doubt it. I don't know. Like, depends on the game. It's just I'll go to like different services and I'll be like Junseth and be like taken. Like shit. That's what happened on 21.co
Come on, dude.
when they were trying to
say what it is. Can you say what it is? There's a grown
Brad.
grown ass men in the planet that are literally like fanboying and putting
Yeah.
using your name as their
Well,
like,
it was the
their,
decentralized
digital identity.
Well, yeah,
It's like,
John,
what the
we did
fuck?
that. We did the decentralized identity program where you could be Junseth, and I would just confirm that you were me.
I don't want to. I like you. You're a great dude. I don't want to be you.
You can be me. So we would do that.
I'm
We
not
would.
interested.
Brad, what is this? Oh, look at that.
Whoa,
All right, let's do the
that is
let's
fancy.
let's do this. We'll show
I didn't
you
even
the
know
al-
that Brad had this power. Look at this.
All right, so here's Alchemix.
I can't see this on my tiny little phone screen. I gotta like.
Yeah. He's gonna
How do I
narrate.
make this thing?
One sec. Let me change my
Self-
background.
Okay. This concept is so DeFi. It's like only bubble logic would get you to this concept.
I know, but I
actually
thought you were
making any
trying to do
sense.
CFI with this and make a couple.
Yeah, so I got to tell you what the DeFi thing is before
Okay,
we
got
get
it, got it,
into
got
like
it.
doing it in CFI or in a real business.
So even just their tagline here is literally
Illegal.
impossible.
Self-repaying
It's like
loans.
not possible. Well, self-repaying loans that you can't get liquidated on. Like that's just not
Okay.
a thing that can exist in the world.
Oh, but Zach, you just don't understand fintech.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm very excited for this pitch. I actually, Brad, I hear a lot of these, so this is fun.
You hear that?
So this one is
Hey, Brad,
deposit.
or Zach, can you rank this as we go?
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones. All right.
So the idea here is that you deposit. Let's see. What's
Brad? The chat's criticizing you. They say this looks a lot like Web 2, and you're supposed to be Web 3, Brad.
That's pretty good. Is that Dick Carson?
It's XX747XX.
What is that?
What's the Dune Analytics?
Dick Carson says Brad or the Justin Castro conspiracy theories as good in Canada as they are in the U.S.
Yeah, they're good. They're
All right.
good. Let me show you some Alchemix here.
Sam says Brad is pitching a stealthy, probably illegal startup idea on YouTube stream.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see how much this
Whoever's
thing is
using
worth
foil
right
in
now.
the background, go on mute.
Alchemix. Its market cap is 40 million, which is down
It's worth like
98.6%. The coin is down 98.6%. Completely wrecked because it already got exploited once and then they relaunched it and people are still using it.
Wait, so how
Listen
do
to
these
me.
loans?
What
How do
does
these
that
loans
mean?
work?
Fully diluted market cap 60 million. Okay. How do the loans work?
Yeah. So
Crypto
how do you
Graffiti
have a
says
self-
Alchemix is a great name for this, which it is. It really
Yeah.
is.
So
Yeah,
how
it's
does
like
one have a
alchemy.
self-repaying loan that can't get liquidated?
Oh, well, what are you asking those questions for? This is DeFi.
Rowdy says it's called PFI.
Okay,
Howdy.
what's 49,000 ETH worth right now?
49,000?
Yeah, let's see.
49,000.
So 100 million. So they've got
Yeah, a
$100
little
million
less, yeah.
dollars.
It's
Of-
about $90 million right now.
Yeah, it's like 100 million is created and locked into this protocol. So the
TVL.
way it works is you deposit your ETH into Alchemix, right? And you get back this thing called AL ETH, Alchemix ETH, which is
right.
which is a synthetic
Aleph.
version. It's nothing. It's like it's a synthetic version of Ethereum coins, and they peg 1-to-1 to the ETH price. Right? Makes sense. So you
Any way
deposit
you can skip
ETH.
ahead to how like Richard Hart
Yeah.
turns my money into like a Louis Vuitton shirt.
So you deposit ETH, right? You get back AL ETH, and then you get paid ALCX coins to provide liquidity between AL ETH and ETH. So they incentivize you to put up your fake Ethereums with your real Ethereums and pay you a yield for doing that.
Wait, is AL ETH
ALCX.
exchangeable for ETH at any point?
Yes, in DeFi, in some curve pools. I think it's like I think there's like I think it's $50 million of liquidity.
How much liquidity are in this? Oh, half of the liquidity locked.
Something like that. Pool. Yeah.
So this is a fractional reserve by 50% at the very best. Whereas the last round,
yeah.
Those are pretty good reserves, Zach.
Oh no! This is you're in the last round of musical chairs, and there's one chair, and there are two of you.
Yeah. So how do I get in?
So this
is gonna collapse.
Oh,
of course, yeah, of course. But so it already did once. It already collapsed once.
Yeah, but what happens if do those coins, are they stuck in the protocol? Where like what's the deal?
So hold on, Brad. Get to your question. You're like, how do we?
All right, Fish, fucking dumbass.
What happened?
He's just like touching his microphone.
Okay, so this thing's already. It was everybody loved this in DeFi because it was a way for you to cash out Ethereum without paying taxes, because you get.
That's
fake,
probably not true.
Yeah, but I mean that's DeFi logic.
It's probably taxable.
So logic.
So you get like AL ETH back, and that's not ETH, right? You borrow AL ETH.
You've sold your ETH for another asset, AL ETH, which is probably a taxable.
Well, but you're not actually selling. You're taking a loan. So you're taking
they're calling it a loan, but you're getting a different asset. Okay.
Yeah, so you're taking a loan, and instead of getting dollars, you're getting a synthetic version of Ethereum.
Then you sell the synthetic.
And then you sell the synthetic version of Ethereum. But you're not actually selling your Ethereum. You've sold a borrowed asset, so it's not taxable.
Oh, so it might actually be tax fraud.
It's tax fraud, not. It's not. Yeah, it's just tax fraud. Yeah,
like literal tax fraud. Like
it's structuring.
You're pretending you're doing a sale that you're pretending is a loan, even though it's actually probably two sales.
No, but it's DeFi though. It's financial. It's financial innovation.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait for this. The IRS comes like, what? So you?
Oh, this thing was over $1 billion. You
sold your asset for another asset, and then you sold that asset, and
you reported no sales.
You reported no sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's DeFi.
Because you bought.
But it's DeFi, so it's totally fine, IRS man.
You're using outdated rules. You're not ready for this.
No, it's DeFi.
Financial innovation.
I still own the ETH.
So it's like you put in 100 ETH, you get back 50 ST ETH because they want to be conservative, right? And then you do whatever you want with that ST ETH, and they peg it 1-to-1 through this Ponzi farm that gives you ALCX tokens and rewards you for providing liquidity. And then what they do is they rehypothecate the ETH that you deposited, and they put it into Curve, and Curve puts your ETH to work either by putting it into other farms or whatever. And you get, so the self-repaying part is that they're in normal borrowing situations, you deposit some Bitcoin, right? And you have to pay like a 12% or some kind of high rate because it's risky for the people putting up the dollars to be lending it to Bitcoin people. So Bitcoin people are willing to pay a high interest rate. Alchemix grew so fast. I think it grew massively because it's free to borrow, and they actually pay you to borrow. This is
a shockingly bad idea.
They pay you to borrow.
This is like, it's really.
And they pay you to put up liquidity.
Okay, Brad. So when does this all come crashing down?
Okay, so it already did one time. It blew up already once, and then they restarted it and said, "Oh, we're going to do it better this time." And people still deposited $100 million into it.
What's the peg on AL ETH been like?
It's been okay, except for when it blew up and depegged, and they had to restart the whole thing. I think to zero.
Wait, to zero? To zero.
Yeah.
And then they restarted it, Zach.
But so like for some reason people love this, and they're like, yeah, this is a real tax efficient way to cash out your Ethereum. Because I was in a chat the other day with some of my like alpha shitcoin guys, and I was like, are you guys using this? Like, you guys think this is a smart idea? And they're like, well, it could be tax evasion, but I'm still using it. I'm still using it because it's a tax efficient way to cash out my Ethereum. And I was like,
Oh God,
it could be tax evasion. Like, are you willing to take
very
that risk?
very likely it's tax evasion. Yeah.
So the thing is, like, the IRS has to be smart enough to understand all this crap. But
You'd think
I
an 8-year-old
imagine,
would be smart enough to understand this crap.
I imagine when they start hitting these claims where people are saying, no, I didn't sell my Ethereum. I borrowed against my Ethereum and
Yeah.
borrowed synthetic Ethereum and sold that. That's not taxable.
There's some lawyers out there trying to push the idea that staking is not a sale, but most people think staking is a sale. And certainly tax evasion by trading an asset that you then sell with no intention of getting your original asset back is at least one sale.
Why would staking be a sale?
Well, do you have title to your asset when you've deposited it into a protocol?
I do
Or
if
have
it's
you
in the
exchanged
Lightning
that
network.
for something else?
Staking in DeFi is funny because you get back a token that represents your stake,
Right.
and you can deposit that token
Oh, I
into another
see.
farm. So
It's
so
like-
it's like you're getting an asset back.
It does look like
staking
a
in-
sale.
Staking in DeFi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
But so Christian came up with this
You're not-
idea that actually
Yeah.
Christian came up with this idea to take this model of Alchemix and rip out the Ponzi part of it. And I actually thought it was pretty stupid at first because I was like, this is never going to work. But then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what?
You mean
This
just
might
do the tax
actually-
evasion part?
it might be a good business. So what you do is, if it's Bitcoin, right, you allow people to deposit Bitcoin and you give them back LBTC on the Liquid network, half
Right.
at a 50% loan to value ratio. So they got back LBTC on the Liquid network, and then they can do whatever they want with that Bitcoin. They can just keep it, they can sell it, they can do whatever they want. That's not our fault. We're just the provider of the Liquid LBTC loans. So there's no liquidation in that scenario, because if Bitcoin drops to like 10K, you still owe back. You know, if you put up one Bitcoin, you got half a Bitcoin back. Bitcoin drops to 10K, you still owe half a Bitcoin to get your one Bitcoin back. If Bitcoin rips to 200K, you know, you got 200K worth of Bitcoin in collateral, and all you got to do is come up with the 100K to get that back. So it actually, like, from the business perspective, then you can rehypothecate that and do like Unchained, what Unchained and Ledin and all those companies do. You can rehypothecate their Bitcoin and just make yield, and you don't charge them anything for doing it. You just make free yield, and all the risk is on the customer because they're just taking the risk of tax evasion and going to jail.
And the possibility that you do something to lose all their Bitcoin.
And that too, yeah, but that's their problem.
Which you will.
Like, Zach, do
Wow.
you think there's any risk to the company for enabling tax evasion?
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't gonna work then.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh,
Zach's
I-
So hold on a
Brad,
second.
Zach's a shitty lawyer. Don't listen to him.
Brad, hold on. I want to ask
Listen,
Brad
I-
a second. Brad, when were you convinced that this was a good idea? Like, what part of this was like, oh, wait, I think this is a good idea, not a terrible.
yesterday,
Like, how did-
yesterday, when I was like, you know what? Actually, you could do it with liquid
while we
Bitcoin
were in the
on the
room
light.
talking about structured sales.
Yeah, because I was like, you're taking all the risk and you're giving it to the customer, and sure, it's unethical, and they're probably going to go to jail for tax evasion, but there's no risk to the company, is there? But then
Well, the
Zach just said
company-
there was.
Yeah, Zach, or maybe the company just
Getting
gets.
Bitcoin
tax
scam
evasion?
down, Joseph. Like, you're only talking about this little downside and so much upside.
Yeah, Zach, why
He's right.
why not though? Because like what you do is in the contract, like, if you go to jail,
It's
we
not our
get to
fault.
keep your Bitcoin.
Oh, and
Sure.
even better,
I mean, if
you go to jail,
if
we
you're
keep your
pitching
Bitcoin.
it as a way
like
to do
it.
tax evasion,
Well, you wouldn't do that, of
Well,
course.
Brad's pitching it as a way to do tax evasion.
right? I mean, there's now a video of this being pitched as a tax evasion.
Well,
that
John
won't
going to
make it
say
into
the
court.
N word,
This is-
and then the video is going to get taken down.
This is
so-
undiscoverable. This is undiscoverable, Zach. Because we have a lawyer on stream, so this is
So how does
confidential.
this work? You deposit your Bitcoin, you get a loan, 100% LTV or 50% LTV?
50%.
50%. So you deposit 2 Bitcoin, you get back 1
Yep.
LBTC.
One
you gotta
Bitcoin
get
on-
citizenship.
One
in Justin
LBTC on the
Moon's
Liquid
place.
network. You get one LBTC on the Liquid network back.
Brad,
It's
why
a
don't you
different
just get
asset.
why don't you just get one BTC?
Because you can do it on the Liquid network, and then it's a different
But
thing.
what? Why? What's the point?
Because
Yeah, why
because
does the
it's-
Liquid network make it different?
Why are you so
because
obsessed with everything
because
on
it
liquid, dude?
because it obfuscates things.
Oh,
What?
so
I mean,
you're
because it's
providing
it's
money
the best way
laundering
to do
services for tax evaders.
Hold on. Hey, Brad, can we, since we're talking about liquid after we're talking about keeping you out of jail, can we talk about why you think securitizing everything on liquid or tokenizing every security on liquid is like the best idea ever?
Yeah, that's a different conversation though.
Sam says he
I know,
really
but
wants to
can
know
we do
what it
that,
takes.
please?
Sam says he really wants to know what it takes to have Brad pass on an idea.
What
You know what
would
it takes? It
take?
takes Becca.
I
It
asked
takes
him
Becca.
to finance my album, and he didn't officially pass, but
No, I said let's go. I said go ahead, let's do it.
Brad, I
there we
have an
go,
idea.
guys. There's the answer.
Okay,
You're
so
welcome.
But also, tip.
I want to sell beds, Brad, that
Okay.
have that are that Amber Heard is pre-shat in. It's like a sort of like a celebrity signature.
How much?
Sounds legit.
Will you finance that?
And-
I need like
And
it
are there
takes a lot of
corresponding
inventory.
NFT? Are there
How
NFT
much?
collectibles?
100
Yes.
grams of feces per bed.
100 grams of feces per bed. What do you think?
I'm not really into
He's
the
thinking about it.
mattress
He's
business.
thinking about it. Yeah, that's not the business we're
It
in.
needs to be innovative.
It's the celebrity shit business.
Yeah, I'm not really an expert in celebrity shit.
Hmm.
Ask Gary V. I think he'll do it.
1 sec.
Is it actually a business?
No.
I wouldn't be surprised.
This XX747 says the Martha Stewart collection. Crypto Graffiti says it's going to be huge in Germany. See, these people know their shit, Brad.
We were just
Ooh.
that my crypto lawyer group chat was talking about Martha Stewart today because everyone's talking about this insider trading thing.
The
Which
OpenSea
is-
thing?
Yeah, which is kind of hilarious because my view is that a third of what happens in crypto is insider trading. Like if they
Oh,
start
man.
actually enforcing insider trading,
Wait.
like a lot of people go in jail.
Yeah.
Only
lot of
only
people
a
in jail.
third?
Maybe, but
I mean, what do you do when you're in a Discord and you are closer to the project than anyone
Oh,
else?
that's fish.
And
Oh,
they-
I thought
and
that
they-
was Bitfish.
and they tell you something's going to happen. So they're like, everyone buy. We're about to release this press release, right?
yeah,
like-
or a VC gets a tip from a founder about, Andre Cronje might leave, so maybe don't hold these.
Or we're
coins in.
gonna, or not just that, we're gonna sell you. We're gonna pre-mine this project and sell all the coins to VCs initially, and then eventually we'll tell you right before we do this other thing so you can dump.
Or hey, we just got a term sheet from Jump Capital. Maybe you should pick up some of these tokens.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit of a ridiculous charge. I saw it too, Zach, and I was kind of like, that's a problem.
Well,
It's
this
a
is
really
what I-
it's
so
a
when
real
I-
stretch.
I don't actually know that it is a stretch. So when I first got involved in the space in 2016, right? I was like, oh my God, the whole thing going to 2017, the whole thing with the ICOs, it seemed like there was rampant insider trading, and I was confused why no one was paying attention to that. And it was basically the same theory that I thought would happen. And it may be that this was such an egregious case, they're not going to apply the law this way again, but they could. And if they do, that describes a lot of the behavior.
Zach, by the way, Hayden Butler says you look a lot more handsome than he or she. I think it's a she, right? She imagines. Hayden, just so
Not
you
to
know,
me.
Zach is 4'10", so
I am.
he looks okay. He looks okay, but when
I
you
live
put it in
under
context-
Michael Shapiro's van. Yeah.
Yeah, when you
He's
put it in
actually
context,
5'3".
yeah, 4'10", 5'3", somewhere in there. Very, very short. So when you put it in context, he's not that good looking. For his
I'm
height, he is.
6'4" on the dating apps, though. It's good.
Well, he's
But
5'3"
he's
because
got-
he usually wears heels.
He's got nice proportions though.
He's
well
very
balanced.
proportionate. Very proportionate.
Johnson,
Yeah.
throw up my
I-
throw up my share again, and I want to share this tweet storm. All right, this is Taylor Monahan. She's all right. I actually follow her, and she's one of the Ethereum people that I kind of respect. But she made the My Ether wallet, and then she forked it and made My Crypto. So she kind of left the founder of My Ether wallet behind, and then made My Crypto. Anyways, she's kind of she likes Bitcoin, but she has sometimes real bad takes about certain things. So this is her thread on the OpenSea insider trading stuff that I saw today. She's basically saying, oh, it's no big deal that they got indicted. The thing that we should notice is that it was all figured out by Ethereum people watching the blockchain.
Yeah, this is the most self-congratulatory take I've ever seen. I saw this tweet too.
It wasn't
There
the
are a lot of
FBI, it
bad-
wasn't the SEC, it wasn't the DOJ. It was us.
Like it was the DOJ, but that's very cute. Yeah, there are actually a lot of bad takes on Twitter by lawyers. I was quote tweeting a bunch of people who it turns out people don't understand insider trading law.
Yeah,
Shocking.
she's basically saying like I didn't get it because she's basically saying, don't worry, we'll self-regulate. You guys don't have to get involved. You guys don't have to start indicting us all for fraud.
You still need them to indict. Otherwise, what? You just discovered something.
Yeah, you just discovered it. So like there's tons, like Zach was saying, there's tons of stuff that happens constantly in this space, whether it's insider trading or unethical behavior. And just,
Sam is joining us
like,
from the chat, by the way.
Hey Sam, if any of this mattered, then we'd have so many more people. Like, you ever watch CoffeeZilla on YouTube? He's
but I want to know
exposing scams.
What happens. I want to know what happens with all the wash trading that happens in particular for like some of these high end artists like Damien Hirst.
Yeah, well, that's very plainly illegal. The interesting question to me is like, if you're an insider in a shitcoin company, whether you're like a team member or a VC, how do you liquidate your bags without insider trading?
Well, Zach, I know a ton of people that
have
work.
a schedule, like someone doing.
I know a ton of people that work at these companies. They get first bite at the apple with a lot of these NFT projects, right? And I don't see how that's any different. Like they literally would get like the Damien Hirst stuff first. They would know right when it's going to go live. They would buy it before it goes live, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's rampant. Insider
I don't
trading.
know that it's bad. It might be fine. It's just like it's.
I just mean like in general, just in general in this space.
This one's the weirdest one to go after.
Well, not really, because it was
so public.
It was super public, and OpenSea got backed by huge names, but so did Coinbase, and there was a lawsuit on the Coinbase insider trading stuff, right? Yeah. But I don't know how that resolved. Did it resolve yet?
I actually don't remember how that resolved either, but it wasn't like a criminal case from the DOJ.
Right.
That's very strange. Like, you're right that like it's very strange that that's the one. It's a huge like public thing though, and all these celebrities are getting involved in OpenSea and NFTs and all that stuff. But it's constant, like it's nonstop. The VCs are just dumping on the
market
public
manipulation.
nonstop.
And like Brad, you must have some insight to this, but like a lot of stuff, right? Market manipulation is illegal in the normal securities realm, and like think about with like a good shitcoin launch, the role that the VCs play in orchestrating the liquidity and making it look like there's a certain volume of trade. Like this behavior is so.
Oh yeah. So about a year ago,
it's a service now. There are companies that this is what they will do. Is precisely that.
Yeah, about a year ago, there was this thing that developed where a lot of these DeFi founders were getting nervous about launching coins because they all realized that they were breaking securities laws by doing yield farms and pre-mining themselves some of the tokens. And like a year and a half ago, they all got kind of panicked about it, being like, do we want to take on the risk of going to jail or getting massive fines or whatever over being involved in these products? So they started doing this this thing where they would get crypto funds to put up 10, 20, 30, $50 million into the liquidity farms right away on launch. The founders wouldn't get any pre-mine, but then the funds would basically strip mine the thing by dumping massive amounts of capital into the liquidity pools and yield like tons of the initial supply, and then just eventually over the next few months like donate that to the founders for their work. And it would like be this handshake.
That's how Michael Turpin got rich, right?
No, he got rich off of like actually just getting tons of like advisor deals and pre-sales. But this one was like, oh, I'm gonna launch a shitcoin I'm gonna launch a liquidity farm, but like 3 Arrows Capital or Jump Capital or Alameda or any of these like tier 1 crypto funds, they will be like, put in $100 million, put $50 million in, get a bunch of the tokens, and then give them back to. I don't know if any of those.
It's shocking to me what these big funds get away with. It really is.
Yeah, it's crazy,
remarkable.
But like, there's no contracts. It was all, you got to be like trusting this fund that they're not just going to take your protocol pre-mine.
And it's not pitched as that, right? It's always pitched as like, oh, this is a way you like bootstrap these things. You know, you gotta have false liquidity. It's like liquidity as a service. Is how they're like selling it.
It's so crazy. But then what ended up happening was nobody gave a shit after like probably 6 months on. Everybody realized like there's no consequences. So we're just gonna like keep launching pre-mines and just taking the pre-mine, like taking our share.
Are all of these things out of statute of limitations, Zach?
Oh no! They're like ICOs all the time happening still.
Some of the ones from what, like 2017 might be.
Yeah, some of the very old ones, depending on what state they're in, the statute of limitations might have run, but like a majority of crypto is probably still you could do the suit.
Because the SEC actually they can increase the length of the statute of limitations as long as they have an active investigation.
The SEC has been utterly ineffectual so far. Like, I actually think that if these cases are going to happen, it's going to be the private attorneys who sue to get rich.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. How was that?
Yeah, they have such an incentive to do that. The XRP thing is still like, we're probably not going to hear anything until like the end of the year at the earliest. Substantive.
The richest suite of class action lawsuits in history.
Oh my God! Like,
yeah,
I kind of want to litigate.
The biggest.
I mean, I'd be conflicted out of a lot of it, but like, this is like, if you're a litigator right now and you team up with a lawyer who knows something about crypto, you could just make a fucking killing.
You really?
Yes. Like, this is worth you getting a law license, and you could just go suing shitcoins and you make $1 bazillion. You have to keep a third.
I could get David Silver.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a nice way to get on some people's?
Why don't you do it, Zach?
He doesn't want to get shot in his driveway by a disgruntled shitcoiner.
Shitcoiners don't believe in
I certainly
guns.
know the arguments really well. I wouldn't want to be. I don't want to litigate. But if there was a litigator who wanted help, I know the arguments back and forth.
You should work with David Silver.
I don't think I know David Silver.
He's great, and he's a bulldog.
No one's thought to just sue these things out of existence. This is the first time on a
podcast. No. So I pitched this to some securities class action lawyers at some point. They just don't understand crypto.
David will do it with you, Zach, all day long.
How hard is it to get a law license, Zach?
Oh, come down to Nova.
If you're in California, you just do an apprenticeship and you take the bar.
Just do an apprenticeship. You need like 3 years. Then you take a test. Then you take a test.
Fucking no. I've watched so much YouTube law that I could pass the bar right now. Zach, ask me a bar question.
Let's go.
Okay, what's the difference between a first to file jurisdiction and a race jurisdiction for property law?
Ask an easier one.
Hold on. Before you ask another one, did everybody look at your face while he was not answering?
I was looking to see his shoulders like typing. I don't know.
All right.
Here's an easier one. What is the actus reus required for an attempt?
Actus reus. Fucking Latin. I don't know. The easier one.
What is depraved heart murder?
That's where you murder someone with a depraved heart.
There you go. That's true.
Wait.
No, the bar I imagine is very frustratingly hard.
Hold on. Let me ask
you just have to study.
Let me ask a tactical question here, Zach. What's the minimum passing score on the bar?
Like a 60 to 70%.
But the California apprenticeship thing is a problem though, because you have to
the California bar is
really
hard. That's the hardest one.
You also have to live in California.
Oh yeah, it's probably a deal breaker.
It's not a problem.
If you live there, you should just do it, Shelly.
I know I don't live there right now, but I've been thinking about it for a long time.
How do they qualify? Like, how do they qualify living there?
Hey Zach, would you
Yeah.
consider California a freedom maximalist state? Seriously,
I'm
they
sure
don't
there's some-
require you to go to
this
law
is-
school, surely.
This
to
is
get a law
antonym
degree.
day.
I promise you, there are a lot of freedom maximalists who live there because they're all hypocrites to a person.
I believe that. All right, guys. I think my wife is going to kill me if I stay on any longer.
No, Jim, don't go.
Yeah, well,
Stay married, bro.
I'd rather stay married. I like her.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
I like
This
her.
is the thing that makes her want to kill you?
Fish, this is why you'll never have a married. Someone that married you.
Yeah, Fish, it's not about the bigness of the thing. It's, in fact, the thing that like she'll get mad at you for is the littlest of the things.
That's true.
It's very obvious. Have you ever dated a girl, or have you just generally stuck with guys?
Yep, I am the rainbow trout.
It looks like a goldfish. All right, guys.
Sleep, man. Later, bro.
Do you want me to keep it up, or you guys gonna stick around?
I'm gonna bounce too. We'll go talk to the clubhouses and go to bed.
I'll go ahead and end the broadcast.
I'm going to go to bed.
All right.
All right,
Good night,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good night. This is John
Sam.
checking up the Dukes of the South. The masses didn't go in peace. St. Catherine, pray for us.